If you believe in free will, then you believe in God. End of story. LOL. What? How? This is what people have told me this time and time before. Like, if you believe in free will, you believe in God. I'm like, no, there's actually pretty good neuroscience that says that we are free agents, that we have free will. I mean, God, what's his name? Schwartz is his last name, but he did a lot of scientific, took MRI scans of the brain with people with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Yeah. And there he took them through this program that didn't have anything to do with medication, but it was all stimulating the will, basically. And at the beginning they took an MRI scan, and at the end of the program they took an MRI scan, and the results were parallel with somebody struggling with OCD who has been on medication. And so he just goes and shows, like, he proves that we can change the neural pathways in our brain, and that, even going into other neuroscience, there's nothing in our brain that can really point to the will, but we know that when we use it, we can change the neural pathways in our brain. I mean, this has just been, I feel like this is common sense in science and in neuroscience. Like, this isn't, it's not a supernatural thing. It's not a big deal. For just because I believe in free will doesn't mean that I believe in God or that I believe in the supernatural. I think a prerequisite for believing in God and for believing in the supernatural, I would say, no, actually, that's not even a prerequisite, because you have deterministic Christians that believe, even Calvinism. I mean, hello, that's, an entire theology that's deterministic, and that we don't have free will, that when we're born, we're either destined to go to heaven or destined to go to hell. And that's set in place, it's determined. So even Christianity, there are sects of Christianity and forms of theological, things in Christianity, concepts in Christianity that are very deterministic. So to say, if you believe in free will, then you believe in God, is just, I'm not trying to insult you, but I think it's an uneducated assumption, because there's so much, not only science and scientific tests that have been done multiple times that I've seen, where free will is talked about and told of in science, but also in a God believing theological way, that Christianity can be very deterministic based on your theological standing. So I don't agree with that at all, that if you believe in free will, then you believe in God. I just don't see that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because like I said, I've seen plenty of atheists that believe in free will, and I know plenty of Christians where, whether they know it or not, their theological standing is very deterministic. So I don't agree with that statement.